Hi, Soul Family. I'm down at Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. I just hung out with Bruce, the owner. I wonder if you can see him going up there. Him and his grand dog Jack. His grand dog is a Great Dane, and I gotta tell you, this I just know what I'm being shown here. It's just crazy because the next door neighbor's dog is named Daisy, and the person that lives over there is named Jessie. This one, Jack, he calls Jake, the Great Dane. It is his son's dog. So it sounds like there's 3 generations going here, right? There's the granddad, the father, and the grandson, which in this situation it's a dog, but it's not in my life. And this guy's awesome. He's freaking awesome. He tells me to come here all the time and hang out, and I freaking love this place. This is the place that has the great horned owls. They live here. They live up in those trees, and he said he saw them this morning. They went flying across. He said they were only about 4 feet off the ground, and 2 of them went flying. There's 3. There's the mom, the dad, and their child, which is really cool. So a lady is, he talked to me about the woman who's buying the house here, or building the house here. So she's put these things up, and you see how the palm trees are lying out like that? They're planted that way, and they will eventually grow up, so it will be like a bench that kind of comes out where you can kind of sit on the edge. Isn't that cool? I've seen it before on the lake. It's beautiful. And he says, I was telling her she needs to dig it out, you know, and make like a natural pool, because this will all recede to about here, the water. He says, but if she would dig it out, she could always have water in the pool, but she doesn't listen to me. And I said, I know, it sounds like me and my dad. We have our own ideas. And he says she wants to build a 1,800 square foot house, 1 story, that's it. And I said, that's exactly what I would want. I would want that too, right? It's a beautiful property and it's just for her. I don't want a giant house, right? So I agree with that. And he says, oh, she's got horses, she's got all this stuff, and oh gosh. So anyway, I asked him if I could hang out here, and he says, you can hang out here all day, darling. He's super sweet. So I'm gonna put you guys down for a second. We've had a lot of animal messengers come today. What we've had is the Canadian goose. Canadian geese have been going by really loud. They've been talking and letting themselves be heard, right? Makes sense, because that would be me. And then the mockingjay has been showing up, the California mockingbird, and the California mockingbird's message is about fearlessness and endurance and speaking your truth, finding your voice, singing out, defending your territory. So what's interesting is the mockingbirds that showed up this morning were very quiet, and yet that's your message. You need to speak your truth. You need to defend what's yours. You need to go after what's yours. But they also do it in a fun, playful way, right? And so here the Canadian goose is going by yelling and screaming and saying, hey, and it's the same kind of message. And I feel like it's the Canadian goose is telling the California mockingbird what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to speak out, because the Canadian goose was doing what the mockingbird was saying that it should do, right? So it's kind of like, look to the Canadian geese. They were flying together in pairs as they were going across the water. Message also from the Canadian goose is that they're known for this, they never leave a wounded bird behind. So if someone in their party is not well or is dying, one will stay behind until the one recovers or until it passes on, but they will never leave them behind. So it speaks about loyalty and family tie connections, right? So I love that. And then what we have coming here, and he'll probably show up. He's been hanging out here with me. It's a grebe, California grebe. I always forget the name of this bird, but it's California grebe. And they're funky little things. They're called hell divers. They are natural freshwater birds that dive for fish. They only eat fish. And they will go to the coast when they're migrating and dip into the sea, but they prefer fresh water. And they're cute. They've got red eyes. Looks like a little flat top on their head. And their message is fearlessness, perseverance, going after what is yours. So all birds are saying the same thing this morning, right? Fearlessness, endurance, like endurance as far as longevity, which is the message for the Canadian goose, and fearlessness and defending your territory, and allowing your needs and desires to be understood and heard, which is the mockingjay. They're all kind of coming together. So those are our messages this morning. This is my favorite view over here. but I think I'll let you guys kind of look out. It's pretty out there too. This I always call, to me, this is Captain Hook's Landing. That's what I called it, always. He's the one that's got the Tonka trucks. I love it here. I would so hang out here. Peter Pan must have grown up here, right? Okay, so the messages this morning, I have 3 decks, and today, I'm smart. I put a little container down here so that I could drop my stuff down so my decks don't get ruined. And I even brought, let's see, I even brought a holder for the phone. Let's see, I know it's kind of noisy, sorry. Just real quick. It kind of extends it a little bit, so I don't have to fuss with it too much. So I can literally just kind of, I wish I had a longer one, but I can hold this. So the first deck that I saw, and that's before I realized I was coming here, was the Spirit of the Animal Oracle by Jody Bergsma. Now this looks like Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. This is what it used to look like here. So that was the first deck that we were supposed to work with. And then the next deck I was told that we were supposed to work with was the Shadow, or Oracles of Shadows and Light. And then the next deck was the Divine Circus Oracle. So these are the ones we're going to be working with today. And for you guys, for items to choose from, we always choose 4. So I think what we're going to do is the items that you can choose from are going to be Captain Hook's Landing, the Tonka trucks, the water birds, all of them, and Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. Okay, that's what we're going to choose from. Oh, I wanted to show you. I got another message from the Canadian Goose is something wonderful is going to happen today. And I got presents yesterday. So it was true, I got that message. And I just wanted to show John and his wife the amethyst necklace that I'm wearing that I got yesterday. Thank you so much. It's very, 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 very kind of you. I love it. I do so much love it. And here's Canyon Lake. See, now the thing with Canyon Lake and being on the water and stuff, I'm so fair. Look at my skin. I'm so fair and I've got freckles. So I can't really enjoy the lake as much as when I was younger. I am trying so carefully to be diligent about my skin so that I want to stay looking as young as I can, as long as I can, and it's creeping up on us all, isn't it? All right. All right, so for those who chose Captain Hook's Landing, and I love Captain Hook's Landing, we're going to start with the Divine Circus Oracle. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose, ooh, what are you? Are you having a hard time, you little skeeter? Come on, come on. Hold on. I gotta help this guy out. There you go. There he is over there. I get a lot of spiders in my boat, as you can see, right? And then when I go out into the water, it freaks them out. They're trapped. So I have to stop every once in a while and save them. All right. For those who chose Captain Hook's Landing, ooh, the sun's coming around the corner. We may have to move. Shoot. I thought I was in the perfect location. For those who chose Captain Hook's Landing, one more. For those who chose Captain Hook's Landing, what is the message? For the next week, Spirit. For the next week. After I realized I was doing it for the next week, I needed to shuffle again and give Spirit some time. For the next week, what is it that we need to understand? What's coming? What do we need to pay attention to? All right. I have to shuffle until I feel like it's the time. All right, I heard one more. Interesting how the cottonwood leaves look like aspen leaves to me. All right, for those who chose Captain Hook's Landing, a date with destiny. Yeah, baby. I want a date with destiny. Yay! Okay, so I got a pedicure yesterday, so you guys don't have to look at yucky feet. All right, so a date with destiny. Well, If it's a date with destiny, it's not something that we can control, right? It's something that's coming. Why does she look sad? The number 4 and 3. Ooh, we just had a big heron land. Did you see it? White heron, white crane, white crane, white heron, white crane, I would say. We'll talk about the cranes in a moment. But date with destiny. So the number 4 is there are angels all around you. You're completely guided and protected in love. There's really no reason for fear. So why are you so sad? And the number 3 says that you're not doing this alone. The Ascended Masters are working with you. It also means full circle completion. It's also a very sacred and powerful feminine goddess energy number for women. It's a good number for women. And then 4 and 3 together is 7. So if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, the outcome is going to exceed your expectations. So, a date with destiny. So when she comes, she's coming out of the ethers. She's coming out from where you don't expect her to be. I love her hair. It's almost like she's in the water. I know that these are feathers, but these could be water reeds as well, and it's like her hair's floating in the water. I love that. So there's a date with destiny. She's mysterious, right? It might be that there's a situation that when spirit has things that they are planning, to us it may feel chaotic. She may create a chaotic situation, and from that chaos, something amazing emerges. And as I say that, the Canadian geese are coming by. There they are. 4 of them now. Okay, see, they didn't leave before. Actually, the mom and dad had 6 babies. So there's 4. Look at them. Oh, they're beautiful. So now what did we say? Spirit may create a situation that seems a little chaotic, and out of that something amazing happens, and right then they went by. And what is the Canadian goose? Something wonderful is going to happen today. Count on it. Okay? So it's a big deal, this date with destiny. Because when you talk about destiny, and this isn't a bad thing. This is something that spirits envisioned for you. Right? They're creating this for you. And so it's a big freaking deal. It's a positive because Spirit's doing this. No need for you to be sad here. You will realize that you're being helped out. You're being helped out by a much greater source, by a supreme intelligence from a different energy that's working with you, right? That's what's going on. And when you have a date with destiny, it's kind of like the Joker's Wild, because it's all bets are off. You don't know anything could happen. Anything could happen. That's why it feels chaotic. That's why it feels like, what the hell's going on? Because you don't know. It could be anything that happens. So if you're a control freak, and I was just talking to Bruce about my dad, who's a control freak. He likes to know how everything's going to be, and he wants to control it. You're not going to like it because you can't control it. And Black Hawk down. That's a police copter. So that's control, right? I got a message myself that somebody in my life wants this connection with me, but they want to control things. They want to control things. And you'll never control an Aries. Ever. Ever. I don't want to control you, but you'll never control me. So there's a message about that. If you're a control freak, you're not going to like this because you can't control it. You can't stop. You can't decide how or when it's going to happen. This is when the wrong person says no. This is when the wrong door slams in your face. This is when, and when it happens, like I said, God, I'm stuck on myself. I got stuck on myself. When it happens, that's why it feels chaotic. It's like you decide that you want something to be a certain way, right? And Spirit says, no, we've got something else, and we've envisioned something else in mind. We have a date with destiny for you, and it's not going to go the way you're thinking. It's going to go the way we're thinking. So it's about letting go of control, letting go of the need to understand what's going to happen. Now, when the wrong person slams the door in your face, or the wrong opportunity slams the door in your face, it may feel uncomfortable to you. It might be very abrupt. It might feel really bad, right? Because it's something that you wanted. The crows are getting dive bombed. Thank God for a change, right? For a change, the crows are getting dive bombed and not the hawk. Yeah, never mind. The little one stood up to the crow. I like that. I like that. It was a mockingjay that stood up to the crow and said, screw you. Yeah, tough. You didn't get what you wanted, did you? No. Now he's going to go back, though. He's going to go back and try and bug them again. Little one stood up to the crow. I like that a lot. So if you have the door slammed in your face, and it could be very abrupt, it could hurt your feelings. It could stress you out. It could upset you, right? And it could hurt your feelings as far as your ego, because you want what you want. And what's funny is the way they describe it to me, the way this author describes this message, it's not that Spirit is a sadist. It's not that Spirit enjoys seeing the door slammed in your face. It's not that Spirit enjoys you being upset and telling you no. It just means that we know what's better for you, right? They literally talk about, like, you see this little one here. That's why you're sad. You're sad. It's like somebody comes stomping through your dreams with their combat boots, right? And it hurts you. But it's hurting you because it's stopping you from going into a situation that would bring greater pain later on. Spirit knows, you want that, but it's going to hurt you. Swallows, harbingers of hope. 3 of them. Ascended masters working with you. And look at the big feather. Whenever feathers appear, angels are near. That is a perfect feather. So you are being guided. You are being protected. You are very loved. Spirit is not trying to hurt you. They're not trying to make you feel bad. They're not trying to fuck up your life. They are telling you that you're on a path. And your path this is destiny. And you have to allow it to happen. Spirit says we are rearranging things for you. We're rearranging things. Whatever has been upsetting you, whatever has been causing you trouble, bothering you, we're taking it into our hands, and we're gonna do something that's quite exciting. You may not see it, you may not understand it, but Spirit's saying, just allow us, please. So this is when we surrender. This is like yesterday I said, I've no problem saying I don't know what's going on. When I don't know what's going on, I do understand that just because I don't know what's going on doesn't mean it's not the right thing. Spirit knows what's going on. So, and it's hard if you are someone that likes to be in control. You don't want to surrender the situation, right? But we have to. It's in our highest good. That one doesn't want to surrender the situation. That one doesn't want to surrender, but that one wasn't gonna get what he wanted, right? No, you're not gonna get what you want. Sorry, it isn't happening. Something different, a different version of events is gonna take place. I gotta get us into the shade a little bit, because I can't even see the... Yeah, you can cry all you want. It's my party, I can cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. So that might be what you're feeling about right now. Ooh, and look at the change in the water. Your emotional energy. Isn't that interesting how it's smooth and safe in here? Spirit knows that. See, a minute ago, it seemed all like everything was smooth and everything was fine out there. But all of a sudden, that's what occurs. And look where Spirit has you tucked away. Your date with destiny has kept you in a place of safety so that you weren't in the middle of the turbulent water. So you might be feeling a little unstable because it's unpredictable what's going on. You know something is about to happen. I've known this for a while. Something's about to happen, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how Spirit's going to unroll it. I said this morning, Spirit, we need to figure out what's going on with my house. I've got half my stuff in Sedona. I can't leave everything in that woman's basement. What is happening? You're going to have to show me what's happening. Well, they're saying a date with destiny, and I don't have to worry because Spirit knows what I need. Spirit knows what needs to happen. So if you can't trust Spirit, you're going to get pushed and prodded anyway. You're not going to have as much fun on this journey, on this date with destiny, as you would if you just relaxed and let go and just allowed, right? So there's no use fighting it. Allow it. Yeah, just let it go, Mr. Crow. Okay, let's see if there's an affirmation. I think that there is. What is the number? 43. Don't be so sad. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, so 43. I'm pretty certain that we have an affirmation. He's really stressed out, isn't he? So my date with destiny is full of the most fun, joy, passion, purpose, and play that I can have while being me. I like that. My date with destiny is going to be badass. It's going to be better than even I imagine. Because Spirit's going to give us the best. They know what's the best for us. I think there'll be another affirmation in here. Is there another? I'm on a date with destiny and me. My life and all my dreams now become perfectly aligned to fulfill the divine potential within me. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. I want to see the great horned owl. They keep going over to the nest of the mockingjay over there and stealing. Crows steal what isn't theirs. Remember, you're not going to get what you want. They try and steal what's not theirs, but that little one was standing up for itself and saying, you're not going to have what you want. It's not for you. Just like the mockingjay message said, right? Defend your territory. And that's what that one was doing. I don't care. All your crows keep coming at me. I'm defending what's mine. Stop. Spirit's on my side. Okay, so let's... I gotta figure out if we can turn my canoe around a little bit. Just a second. I had such a smart idea with myself being tied up here that I wasn't gonna get sent out to sea, and yet I need to get us more in the shade. The Spirit's probably saying, no, we don't need to get in the shade. I do, though. I'm not going to be able to freaking see. Maybe I'm supposed to turn in a different direction. Okay, we'll do that. All right, so everybody's going to get a message from the spirit animal as well, spirit animal deck. So, correct for neutrality for those who chose Captain Hook's Landing. For those who chose Captain Hook's Landing, what is the message from the Spirit Oracle? This deck is huge. It's kind of hard for my little hands to shuffle. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose Captain Hook's Landing, what is the message from the Spirit Animal Oracle? Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose Captain Hook's Landing, what is the message from the Spirit? All right. The Moose Wisdom. Okay, so the moose. Hold your head up, right? This is a psychic dish. This is a psychic antenna, and the dish is a receptor. The moose is extremely graceful, very powerful, very agile, able to climb big mountains. Spirit is telling you to let your head and your mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Okay, so for me, what I'm getting from this message is you're very connected. You know you're very connected. You're a noble creature, right? But you need to stay grounded because you don't know as much as Spirit. Yes, Spirit speaks through you and you do know much, but don't allow yourself to be getting ahead of yourself, right? Don't allow yourself to... I'm going to have to take us out of here. It's getting too bright. Sorry. Don't allow yourself to become a little too arrogant. Hold on. Come on. There we go. Just a second. Sorry, I should turn you around so you can actually look at something pretty while I'm doing this. Okay, we're going down here. It's hard for me to paddle with my left hand when I'm right-handed. Hey, I have this thing that I could hold in my knees. All right, let's go down here. I don't want these fishermen to come in here where I am. All right, here we go. There, maybe we'll be on lockdown. I'm on lockdown. I've been hearing that lately. I'm on lockdown. Somebody's on lockdown. I thought it was someone else that I was connected to, but apparently it's me. All right. So, moose message. So, because we have this date with destiny, and we aren't going to be able to control the outcome, right? So, when we were talking about with the other animal messengers, I guess we're floating, with the other animal messengers was how they were defending their territory, right? We had the crows that were dive bombing and coming after the mockingjay, what belonged to the mockingjay. They were stealing things. When you looked at the crows, you could see that they had something in their beaks. They literally had stolen what was not theirs. And the mockingjay is talking about defending your territory. So with the moose totem, it's talking about, have you wandered into a territory that you shouldn't be in? Have you gotten off your path? Have you ignored your intuition? And because you've ignored your intuition, you're going down the wrong path. Do you find yourself needing to defend yourself? A spirit says, don't worry. You're strong, right? You've got those long legs. You can walk deep in your emotional waters. You can carry a great distance. You can get yourself out of trouble. But what they're telling you to do is head to higher ground. They actually don't want you to fight with them. They want you to head to higher ground. So, hold on a second. Good Lord. Maybe they're going in here. She's not here yet, so I can take advantage of this little cove. This used to be my little sweet spot. This is so amazing. Oh, there's one of the dragonflies. The little blue one. Did you see it? Hasn't been many in here. He said the last time I was through here, I think I told you guys how I was sad because... There we go. Now we're not going to go anywhere. I was sad because there were all of these bulrushes in here. And he said to me, I talked her into leaving them so that the dragonflies had a place to live. And that was my idea. And he listened to me, so that made me feel really good. So, have you gotten yourself into a territory that you shouldn't be in? Spirit's saying it's time for you to head to higher ground. Okay? You've got the ability. You are connected to Spirit, yes. You can call upon Spirit and listen to Spirit. Yesterday we got the message. We had a water sign that was upside down, feeling insecure, not wanting to listen to the messages and signs that they were getting. And it didn't have to be a water sign. It just had to be that energy, that emotional energy, right? Someone not paying attention to their intuition. They've allowed themselves to get into a situation where they shouldn't be. And now Spirit's saying here again, yes, you are connected to the ancient ones, but you're not listening. You're not paying attention to your intuition. You've gotten yourself into a place where you need to retreat. You are very confident. You do have a very strong presence. You are very capable. You're outstanding in your field probably, right? A very intuitive person, probably from a young age, a survivor. But again, you don't know everything. So if there is a struggle, Spirit says, take to higher ground. Don't stick around. Okay? That's your message. So it could be the date with destiny, right? Okay, that's the message to me, is that you've got something else in mind, something that you wanted. And Spirit says it's going to feel like seeming chaos because it's the door. The wrong door is going to be slammed shut on you, and it's going to feel bad. It's going to hurt your ego, especially if you are at the top of your field, especially if you are connected and have been for a very long time, because you have been, what was it yesterday? You have been interpreting your messages your own way. You have been reading them the way you want them to be read, not the way it is. And you've gotten yourself in a situation where you need to get out. And to you, it feels like chaos. And to you, it may feel like you're being pushed out, but it's happening on purpose. That's the message. Okay. So for those who chose, where are we at right now? We have Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. We had the Waterbirds. We had Captain Hook's Landing. I just have to remember all the things that we... Okay, what we had was Captain Hook's Landing, which we did. Then we had the Tonka trucks, right? The builders, the Tonka trucks. And then we had the Waterbirds and Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. I'm pretty sure that those are the items. I'm backing up. Okay, there we go. This is better. There. Constantly discombobulated, constantly moving around in here. Oh my God. On one side, I can get totally wedged in. And then when I get to the spot where I want to be, I'm not wedged in. So there's a message. I can get wedged in, but when I get to the spot I want to be, I'm not wedged in. So you don't want to be wedged in all reality. You don't want to box yourself into a corner. You may think that you want to be in this spot, but you're going to box yourself in a corner there. Spirit's going to keep moving you out. Remember what the date with destiny said? You can keep trying to do this, and you can doubt it, and you can ignore, but Spirit's going to keep pushing you. They're going to keep maneuvering the situation until you end up where you're meant to be. Okay. All right, I get that. So now we're going to go to those who chose the Tonka trucks, and we're going to work with the Shadows of Oracle of Shadows and Light. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Tonka trucks, turn you guys that way. It's probably prettier. There's my little Grebe. Hi. Hi, Grebe. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Tonka trucks. I did. All right, here's our message. Okay, so it's this one. Ah, you see clearly. All right. So this is a good message for me since I said I chose this. I've been thinking as I've been talking, right? All this whole time. I'm multitasking in my brain. And it's basically telling me that I'm getting what I'm understanding it truthfully. And it's also telling you that as well. Whoever chose the Tonka trucks, you are a seer. You do see things clairvoyantly. You are connected to spirit. And they're telling you that even if situations sound odd, even if they don't make a lot of sense, they're illogical, it's the truth. And spirit is saying, we don't want you to push away what you are picking up intuitively. Number one is keeping your thoughts positive, right? Because you're creating your future with what you're thinking. Do you like what you're thinking? If not, improve your thinking, elevate your thoughts. Two means, just like a date with destiny, everything is happening exactly as it is meant to happen. With divine blessings for everyone involved, let go and have faith, right? That's why we're supposed to surrender. Spirit knows what they're doing, even when we don't know what's going on. So 1 and 2 together is 3. Again, powerful goddess energy, very, very powerful number for women, but it's also full circle completion and the Ascended Masters working with you. So this one is able to see things ahead of time. You know, I told you guys my friend Scott stayed in our guest room the other night because he was working close by to where I am, and he lives like somewhere farther away. And I was telling him about my dream, and as I was halfway through the dream, I said, and then at the end I heard this song that I keep hearing everywhere. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, I'll be watching you. And he goes, oh my God. He goes, I just played that on my phone this morning. You heard it in your dreams? Yes, I do. So you may have things like this happening. Prophetic dreams, visions, right? And it might be that right now that, yes, you're getting these really clear messages, but the messages aren't clear. You're getting clear messages, but the message isn't clear. Do you understand? Like, you're seeing things. Like my dreams last night, they were so lucid. Oh my gosh. I watched somebody watch me, and they replayed it back. But then I watched other things occurring, and I was like, okay, well, where am I? And who are these people? They're naming these people. I know the energy. They were cousins. And there was an older woman that was going to run away, and it was all of this stuff that was going on in my dreams. And so it might be like, okay, yes, I have very, very clear dreams. They're very, very lucid. Yes, I remote view. Yes, I can hear things ahead of time. But what does it mean, right? So yeah, you're seeing all of that. But I don't understand, maybe right now the visions aren't very clear. But as you start trusting what you're getting and you just kind of let it go, you'll get these little flashes. You'll get these flashes. And I get this happening all the time where it's just for a second. All of a sudden, somebody will say something like a flash. Like my landlord, he has a cat named Daisy. And she keeps trying to break into my studio. She's constantly watching me, trying to get in there, fighting with Liger, right? Well, that neighbor's dog, her name is Daisy. The person that lives over here is named Jessie. This person said they worried about Jessie. They've got a condition. I don't want them to move away. Worried that Jessie's going to move away. This is a great-grandfather. All of these things that are going on are mirrors, different mirrors. So I'm listening to different stories and I'm getting little flashes of information. So that's what Spirit says they want you to pay attention to. So don't hide the truth. A lot of times people will hide the truth, even from themselves. But what's interesting about this is when you are clairvoyant, if you are a psychic, you are somebody who has this energy tapped in, you're able to see through. I got something yesterday. All kinds of stuff made sense, and I was like, wow. Like when I was talking about what my twin soul said to me and how he behaved. You know, that might have been the way you've lived your life. There's another feather. It's interesting because it was the feather that was over there. It's the same feather. It's over here and it's larger. Spirit is very much guiding you. It's interesting, isn't it? Exact same shape feather. It didn't blow away. Normally, the feathers, the clouds will lose their shape, but it didn't. It's covering over you. So my message was, it might have been that you have lived your life in a certain way and you've done these certain things and you acted this way and this is what would happen. When I would do this, you know, I would push you away and then you'd come chasing after me because that's our routine. That's what we do. And now all of a sudden I'm looking at this going, I can see you could be lying to me. You could be saying something to me and I know 100% the truth of you're lying. Why are you lying? Do you not know that I can see that you're lying? I can. Because something has shifted in myself and now I've realized, okay. Why are you doing this? You're doing this for that reason. Oh, and all of a sudden it starts to click and it's like I'm not going to be manipulated by that energy because I see through you, right? So that's what's going on here. You're going to be able to see when people are camouflaging, telling half-truths, when things come from supernatural sources. This is the Eye of Ra working with you. And you're being watched over. You are being, just like that, you're being watched over as you sleep. And even in the daytime, you're going to see, while you sleep, through these little visions, and there's going to be illumination. And the wisdom that comes from that is going to bring victory. You're going to be victorious because of what you've seen, because of what you have figured out. So, right now, you might be able to see into rooms like I do, right, behind doors, figure out what people are actually doing without them actually being there. And it's why? Because we've been asking. I've been asking for information. And Spirit says, now you're going to get it. So pay attention to what you figured out last night, Sherry. Pay attention to what that epiphany that just came, that information. And then you need to act on it. So whatever information comes to you that you can't explain, there's a dove that you can't explain. That little dove came down to have a drink. Interesting. You need to act on it. Even if you can't explain it to others. You have to be honest. You have to be honest with yourself about what you've seen and honest with others. But more important, that you're honest with yourself. You know what you saw. You know what it means. You understood it. Even if you can't explain it to someone else, it's okay. You already know. All right. That's that message. So let's go to the animal speak and we'll ask what your message is for the animal speak. Drifting, Spirit. We are drifting. Spirit says, we know you're drifting. You're drifting where you need to drift. All right, hold on. I want to back in so that I can face out. So you guys can see that. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. Little dove is singing away. For those who chose the Tonka tracks, what is your animal speak message? Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the the Tonka tracks. I love the way this deck shuffles. One more I just heard. Correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose the Tonka tracks. Okay. Okay, this one. Hummingbird, miracles. Yay! Astonishing thing about miracles is they happen all the time. What was that? Did you hear that? That was really weird. Don't know what that was. That was really weird. All right, hummingbird. It said hummingbirds happen all the time and somebody cleared their throat. So maybe that's the message. Miracles happen all the time. Somebody's going to clear the throat and actually speak. Wow, that would be a miracle, wouldn't it? So the hummingbird is a very happy little bird. They grab swiftly the joy in life. They are, it says, you are the joy bringer. You bless the world with peace and love. Energy soars on your, I'm trying to roll. On your shining wings, spread the miracle of happiness. So there's 3 of them then. Again, 3, right? Full circle completion. It could also be, 3 is also a reason for celebration. And remember the Canada Goose said that today something very wonderful was going to happen. There's going to be reasons for celebration. There may be a miracle that takes place. And for you, it feels like a miracle. It's because you don't understand how it's going to happen. Kind of goes along with the date with destiny, right? So as a hummingbird person, it talks about grabbing the joy in life. Why is it that I cannot stay wedged in one spot? Oh my God. It's like me. It's my life. I can't stay wedged in one spot. I'm like a freaking rolling stone. So, as the hummingbird messenger says to grab swiftly the joy in life. It also says that you're going to accomplish what might seem impossible to others, even to yourself. You may have given up. Remember, that's something that's coming forward, your date with destiny, and you may be sad because you didn't get what you thought you wanted, right? You feel like you've been pushed out and you don't understand it, but something amazing is going to happen, a miracle. It's a miracle that you will accomplish it in other people's minds, but it's even a miracle for you because you thought it all was lost, right? So you're a very happy person if you're a hummingbird person. You flitter around, you spread happiness and joy everywhere you go. When you do that, you take away sorrow from other people. That's what the hummingbird does. It makes everyone smile and laugh. It helps you to let go of stress, let go of your troubles. It's a reminder to stay outside in the garden, be around flowers, right? Hummingbird people, they love healing with flowers, with herbs, with colorful stones, crystals, energy, right? These are the type of hummingbirds that I like having around my life. They work with aromatherapy, crystals, herbs, flowers, essential oils, love. They work with that. That's how they heal. They heal. They're natural healers. That's the kind of people I like to be around. Hummingbird people. You radiate the colors of the rainbow, just like your beautiful wings, right? You've got a cheerful energy, a cheerful laugh. Oh, there's my little Grebe. I love you. He keeps coming and flirting with me, my little Grebe. There you go, under your emotional waters. Love that one. So, if the hummingbird comes into your life, it's like you have the ability to see the good in not only everything around you, but in the people around you. You reach for the better feeling thought. You see the good in people that maybe others would overlook, underestimate, right? That's my favorite little guy, that symbol of endurance and perseverance. I love that one. Going under the emotional waters, a diving bird. Here comes, are you coming, little swallow? Look at that beauty, little swallow. So you've got a very high energy, right? Just like a hummingbird. You think about hummingbirds and how the reason that they're the symbol of accomplishing what might seem impossible. And I keep seeing this feather. It never loses its shape. I love that. No matter where the wind blows it, it's staying in the perfect shape. Isn't that cool? I like that. So the hummingbird, it's the only bird that can fly backwards, forwards, up, down, like a helicopter, like that one, like that police copter that went by, right? That's the kind of hummingbird person. Now, somebody may be called the police because I'm thinking about this, I'm laughing about this. I'm called the police in my dreams. I am the police because I'm investigating, because I am protecting, because I am in service to others. I am called the police. I think that's funny. So, and the hummingbird, the police copter, when I said Black Hawk down, they're able to go down where a big plane can't get. They're able to get into places that others can't get, just like a hummingbird, right? They can back up, they can fly up, down, sideways, backwards, and nobody looks at a hummingbird and says there's something wrong with it, right? You don't look at a helicopter and think, what a stupid machine. That machine can do things that a giant machine can't do, right? That's the hummingbird. That's why you can accomplish what might seem impossible. You could even fly upside down if you're a hummingbird. So it talks about accepting and loving the healing powers of your own self. You have this ability. You naturally uplift others. But even hummingbirds need a rest. My daughter called me the hummingbird. She watched me. I don't know if it was a reading or if she was just listening to me, and she said, "Mom, you're the hummingbird." I said, yeah, that's one of my main totems, for sure. I mean, I've got lots of them. I've been hanging out with them since I was a little girl, right? My animal messengers. Woo! I hit a log. So, but even us, even our little wings need a rest, right? I've been saying recently, and it's funny because it took me so long for me to understand the message, and I literally didn't get it until just this very second. I'm going to admit the truth. I mean, I knew what it meant when I saw it, but I didn't really until just now. I said, it's really interesting. Every time I come home, there's a hummingbird that's sitting on top of the pepper tree. It's there every time I come home, just sitting on top of the pepper tree. And that would be me. You need to rest, Sherry. It's there every time you come home because that's where I live. I need to rest. I was overextending myself. So you may be able to see clairvoyantly. You may be able to go into rooms. You may have all the gifts of a clairvoyant, and yet you need to rest because we aren't even though we're able to see into certain things, if we're tired, we're not functioning at our best. And we could get all of these messages, go into all these places, but they don't make sense. So we need, it's a message to tell yourself to rest. You need to have a rest. You need to give this love to yourself. You need to use the healing energy that you used for other people and use it for you. That's why I think this is so beautiful that I was given these crystals. I didn't have one of these, and I always buy things like this for other people, but I don't have them for myself. So this is beautiful. I was given this. Spirit knew that I needed it, and you as a beautiful person sent this out to me. I appreciate it very much. But I need the healing energy from the amethyst because, and I'm wearing purple. My dress is purple. My amethyst, I've got amethyst earrings that my Mama Sherry gave me. I'm wearing an amethyst. I mean, I match everything all the time, right? But amethyst, and I thought it makes sense. I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know. I didn't plan on wearing this chain with the amethyst crystal. I didn't choose this outfit because I just got these. I went into my closet this morning and I'm like, okay, what do I wear? What do I wear? And I pulled this dress out that I never wear. I never wear it. And then I thought, all right, I need Mama Sherry's earrings. And then I'm like, oh, I could wear, and I didn't even see, this is how I'm just not paying attention. I'm busy, right? My mind is busy, like a hummingbird. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can wear the crystal. I can wear the amethyst. And I thought, that's why she gave it to me. I need this. This is calming energy. It's peaceful energy. It's also protective energy, right? Because I need to use all of these things myself. There are crows that are coming down and trying to take what is not theirs. I need to defend, and I can do it in a positive, natural way. So a message from Hummingbird. Are you feeling caged in? Open up the door. Have you lost your joy in life? Come out in a place like this, or go out in your garden. Don't worry, because the worry dulls the beauty of the hummingbird. You want to keep this light, happy energy, positivity, spreading the miracle of happiness. Hummingbirds are joyful. They're beautiful, they're idealistic, they're delicate, they're agile. They talk about miracles, timelessness, positivity. And as a hummingbird with the miracles, you're the joy bringer, blessing the world with this positive, loving energy, spreading the miracle of happiness. But not if you're worrying. You're going to dull all of that shine. So release. Again, the message today is surrender, let it go. And if there's anything that dulls your happiness, that stops this joy in your life, fly away from it. Fly away, little bird. Fly away home. Your house is on fire. My friend Troy used to sing that. Fly away home, little bird. Your house is on fire. So if your house is on fire, fly. Fly away home. Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. For those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove, I want to move us again because we're freaking moved again. Frustrates me. Damn it. Huh. I know where we're going to go. We're going to go up here. We're going to go up here, I think, because this is just not cooperating. I'm so pleased that he talked them into leaving my bulrushes. He says there's a lot more underneath the water. I don't think there's a lot, but there was enough so that the dragonflies can come back. God. Hold on. All right, we're going to put our back end right in here. Where these palm trees are. There we go. All right. I need a lake. I need a lake. I really love my canoe. Apparently you can get little motors for these things. I didn't know that. I'm gonna look them up online. I'm sure they're not expensive. Oh, there's a pair of grebes out there. That's cool. Sorry guys, I know you're flipping around here. This is gonna be the longest reading on the face of the planet. Oh, gosh. Ooh, this is a nice spot. This is actually where I was originally, and I thought that, oh, I like it right here. I like it here. I'll put the cord around this. Come on. Sorry, guys. Come on, help me out here, will ya? Oh. All right, for those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove, we're going back to the Divine Circus Oracle. I think I'm just choosing all of them because, like I said, all the messages are for all of us anyway. But this was my original Cove, so of course I'm choosing it. And the Divine Circus Oracle, who we're working with. Alright. So for any of you else who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove, correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. Correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. What is the message that's most important for us to hear? Correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. Correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Alright, that's good enough. Right? This one. Lady Luck. Yeah, baby. Lady Luck. Okay. Okay. Lady Luck. This has been coming up consistently. Because I've had private readings, and for those who just had Joey, this came up for you, I think. Came up for another one of my my clients. And Lady Luck is basically saying, you've got the winning ticket. There's a 50 in her hand, and it's coming for you. I like this. So I asked this morning, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about my house, right? Where am I going to go? How's this going to work out? And Lady Luck is saying a change of fortune is due for you. There's a twist of fate. We've already had the twist of fate message. Okay. I love being in with nature. I love it. Yay. So it's a twist of fate, and it's designed just for you. Yay. And we're not going to push it away. We're not going to say no thank you. We're going to say hell yeah. You're the winner, baby. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You're about to hit the jackpot. So this is a message basically when I've been talking about the golden ticket. It's like Willy Wonka and the golden ticket. Now, if you guys watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, they're coming to Los Angeles as a play. I wanted to go with my grandson and my daughter. And I always think about Charlie Bucket. He comes from a poor family, right? He doesn't have a lot. They have very, very little. They all live in one room, 2 grandparents, mom and dad, and him. And they work very, very hard, but they just don't have much money. And Willy Wonka has announced that he's going to send out these golden tickets in the chocolate bars, and there's going to be 4 lucky winners, and everybody goes out to buy these chocolate bars. Who gets the winning ticket gets to have a tour of the chocolate factory, this mysterious chocolate factory, right? And this mysterious man. And so, of course, there's lots of people. There's Veruca Salt, and there's what are the ones? Mike Myers, the TV guy, and all these other people. They want to get into this factory. They want to get in there, and they want to win this ticket. And so there's a lot of people that employed a lot of other people in order to get that. They've cheated. They've bought thousands and thousands in order to get their children this winning ticket. Well, Charlie Bucket, they don't have very much money. They've got nothing really. And so it's his birthday, and he's given this dollar, I can't remember how much he was given, not very much. And they're all excited to give it to him, and then he goes and he buys a chocolate bar with it, and he doesn't win the ticket. And then his Grandpa Joe, which is his favorite, just like this guy, right? This Bruce, he goes and he sneaks and he shows that he went and he got another ticket. He goes, go ahead, open it up, Charlie, open it up. open it up together. Let's see what it is. And he didn't win a ticket. And then the next day they go out, he goes out and he finds money on the street, and he should have gone home and given it to his family. His family didn't have much, but he wanted this chocolate so bad, so he went and he was starving, and when he shoved it in his face, and he felt guilty doing it, but he gave to himself. And when he opened up the chocolate bar, there was a golden ticket. And he got inside, and he took his Grandpa Joe with him inside Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The Chocolate Factory is why it's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, this is your golden ticket. You are about to be given the golden ticket. You're about to be getting inside, and you're the kind of person, just like Charlie Bucket, that everything else goes to other people. Other people win. Other people get things like that, not you. It doesn't happen for you. You know, other people have beautiful properties like this, right? Other people have the perfect partner. Other people have the family. Other people have the job of their dreams, but it doesn't happen to you. And Spirit says it does now. It does now. Because we are about to give you this lucky streak. It could be a lucky break, like a streak that's been nothing but negative, and all of a sudden everything starts positive. A lucky streak that happens for you. A change of fortune. Whatever it is, it's meant for you. And it has been meant for you for a very, very long time. And it's going to stay with you for a very, very long time. It's not a flash in the pan. This is amazingness. So Spirit says, get ready to start feeling that energy of it coming, because it's soon going to be yours. And whatever it is that you have, that's designed for you, that's coming for you, it's going to stay with you for the rest of your life. It's going to stay with you for a very, very long time, this positive energy. So start getting that excited feeling. Start feeling the energy of it's mine. I got the golden ticket, whatever it is. I won. I'm the winner. I'm the winner. You are the winner. Lady Luck is coming to bestow this gift upon you. You've hit the jackpot. So something really good is going to happen. It might be a dream that comes to you in a way that you've been wanting it so bad. Just imagine how happy you would be if this happened with the dream that you've had, that you've held. Remember I said, right when I said something, a miracle is going to happen, somebody cleared their throat, they spoke. That might just be what it is. It might not be what somebody else dreamed of. It might not be, oh, I'm going to, get a property like this. I'm going to have enough money to be able to. It might just be that the person that you have been wanting to speak finally speaks to you, and you have this conversation. It could be that it's the job that you've really wanted this. It could be that you're going to get your suite in Sedona. It could be that, right? It could be that you've wanted that place and now you get a phone call and it's yours. So whatever it is, it's coming for you. Get excited about it. They're telling you there's a trick that you can say 3 times out loud. It's safe for me to win because I trust in life, and life creates win-win situations for everyone. I win and the world wins. I win and the world wins. I win and the world wins. It is called Lady Luck. I told you guys I don't like luck. I'd rather call it something else. So what could we call it? I love fortune. I love blessings. Let's do blessings. Okay, let's do blessings. It's a very, very fortunate blessing. I love it, and it loves me. Best friends for all eternity. I'm so fortunate in so many ways. I feel gratitude, I feel love, I feel joy in my heart today for being so fortunate. Remember, the Canadian Goose said something amazing was going to happen today, something wonderful. It is. Hold that energy. Okay, so our message from the Animal Speak Oracle, for those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove, correct for neutrality, for those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove, what is the Animal Speak message? My hair's so long it's getting tangled up in my cards. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove, and I did. Actually, did we do Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove and this is the Tonka track? I don't remember. It's one of the two. Alright, our message. This one. Hawk. Alright, baby, here we go. The messenger. I am the Red Hawk. This is the messenger. Spirit is sending you a message. They want you to open your eyes. Open your eyes to the visions in front of you. If there are things that have been distracting you, stop. Focus on your priorities. Your future is bright. You are ascending to a higher level of success. Ooh, there's a message coming. There's good news coming. I am the Red Hawk. I am the Red Hawk. Say that. I am the Red Hawk. I am. I am. I am. I am the Red Hawk. I can see from a higher perspective. I understand the messages Spirit is bringing to me. I am eliminating any distractions, any... Oh, come back. Come back. Did you guys see the biggest dragonfly ever? Come back. They're coming back, see, because he talked her into leaving that one. That's what they need. They need the bulrushes. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hold the camera out like that because it was huge. It was the biggest blue helicopter ever. There he is over there. I know you can't see him until he comes close. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come on. It's going back to the other side of the lake where they've got more bulrushes. Oh my gosh, I wonder if you guys were able to have seen that. So, it's a starling. It's a starling. I don't remember the message of Starling, but he was just in the bush right behind me, and he's up in the tree. We're going to post it with this message, with this reading. Starling message. Okay. And I want to keep looking out this way in case the blue helicopter comes back. He was huge, you guys. He was so beautiful. This cove used to be filled with them. There's a cormorant. Oh, I love the water here. I love the water birds, you guys. Oh, gosh. Okay, so as the hawk, you think about the hawks. Swift, you know, very, very clear eyesight, intensity, focus, premonition, fidelity because they mate for life, courage, swiftness, discernment, clearly messages from spirit, and their vision is what they're known for. They have the ability to see what others cannot see. So as the red hawk, as the messenger, there's the dove on the edge of the branch right up there. So we've got the dove here too, prophecy and fulfillment. When Spirit came to me and asked me to do this work, I was given the red hawk as that was my main animal totem for my work as the messenger, working with Archangel Gabriel, able to see into the future, right? Able to understand Spirit's messages when others may not, able to see things. So if you have this messenger as well, you as well have this ability to be able to see what others may not, to be able to send out a warning for others to be aware, to be able to look at the omens and the details where other people aren't able to see them. As I said, they mate for life, and so it speaks about a secure, strong family. The hawks, they look out for their family, they look out for their loved ones, just like the Canadian goose never leaves a wounded bird behind. I'm not leaving you. I'm loyal. I'm sticking with it. I said I'd be a friend to the end, and I take that oath seriously, right? No matter what other people say, I passed my test. Keep being given the test. I'm not going to fail that test because I'm loyal. So that would be your message as well. Hawk people, they benefit from their sharp focus because they use that to guide them to the best outcome. They're able to soar above and see where others aren't able to see things. That's why they're successful in what they go after. They're very, very optimistic. So if the hawk comes for you, it's telling you to spend some time floating along in the currents of life, like this, just kind of floating. No matter where I kept trying to wedge myself in, Spirit kept pushing me out. They want you just to float. Again, here's the message of surrender, just kind of going along, going with the flow, right? This is what you're being asked to do. You can fly very, very high. You're stronger than you think, and you're braver than you believe, and you're wiser than you know, as the red hawk. So, have you lost your bird's eye view? Are you missing what's obvious to you? Are you missing what's in front of you? Is it time to get more focused on your family or on your goals? Are you listening to the messengers? Are you paying attention to the messengers? Now that starling is really loud. So I am paying attention. That is a message for us and for those who chose this particular Dreaming of Dragonflies Cove. Look at the hummingbird right there. Did you see her come to sit on the branch? You must have seen her. She was right there. Again, miracles happening. Right? Are you paying attention to these messengers? I sure am, right? I sure am. We still have that dove sitting up on that branch up above. So we have dove, we have starling, we have hummingbird, we have dragonfly, we have the cormorant, we have the Canadian goose, we have the crow medicine, contrary crow medicine. And as I say that, here comes the contrary crows. Always on the hunt, right? Trying to swipe. Has emotion gotten in the way and clouded your perception? Have you gotten too emotionally overcome? That's why the cormorant flew by, because the cormorant is the diving bird that's able to dive down under their emotional waters and come out. But that bird was up flying. Get up out of your emotional waters. Your emotions are clouding your perception and you're not seeing what's right in front of you. What's in front of me is that beautiful big house. The big white house with a lookout tower. It's kind of like my tower. Gosh, I would love to have that room. That would be my office. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, that's the messages for Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. So now we're going to go with the water birds, all water birds. And our message is going to be coming from the Oracle of Shadows and Light. I'm really excited because in the back of my mind rolling around, I have what the Starling message is, but I'm not 100% super clear on it, so I don't want to say it and be incorrect. So now we're going to go for all of the water birds. Clearly I chose them, so all of these messages are mine, which means something amazing is going to happen. I got a date with destiny. I'm about to be a lucky winner. All of them, right? I'm super excited. These are all my messages. And there's the goose. Now that's a regular goose. And Goose Totem says your plans are about to go sideways. You're about to go off for a second, but you're going to get right back on track very shortly. But again, noticing the goose. That's not a Canadian goose. That's a regular domestic goose. That's a busybody. That's a busybody. Somebody's about to interfere. Pay attention to that. That's a message. Okay? That's a busybody. They're the ones that are telling you what you think you should do. What they think you should do. You should do this, you should do that. This is more important. This is this. They're the ones that are gonna try and control things. They're gonna tell you what is the better course of action, even if you've decided to do something different. That's a busybody. Okay, so something's gonna come in there. So what's the message in that? Spirit's already given us our messages, right? But contrary goose is going to be a busybody. Remember, have you lost your focus? So you're not seeing what's in front of you. I've got to listen to this message later and hear all of the things that I'm saying. Every time I speak, there's a reason I'm saying the things that I'm saying. That's why I just let myself go. That's why you also need to start listening to everyone around you. Everything that people say, every person that you encounter is a messenger for you. Everyone. Every animal is a messenger. If one of those animal messengers stood out to you, that is a specific, very, very important message. For me, what really stands out is that Starling, because I didn't hear the Starling. I heard him ruffling around in the bushes. He didn't say anything. So the ones that aren't saying anything are the ones that I listen to. See, there's 3 crows, third-party situation. And see that little bird going after them, defending their territory? Stay away, they said. Stay away from what's not yours. You go, and that little bird is a mockingjay. The one that defends its territory, the one that speaks its truth, the one that says you need to speak and go after what is yours and protect what is yours. So, and there's the barn swallow. It's a harbinger of hope. They're not just hopeful and optimistic. They enjoy life. They do aerial dances in the sky for no other reason except for the sheer joy of it, just like a hummingbird. It's just for fun. There's no reason why they dance around the way they do other than they just have a good time doing it. They enjoy life. So for me, it feels like the birds who don't speak, the ones who aren't speaking are the ones that I'm most interested in. Clearly, it's like my twin soul, right? He's not speaking. Well, there's our message. I already got our message. It's this message. But I'm going to shuffle it away, and I want to see if it comes back out again. I know that needs special attention because it was literally thrown out to me. So, correct for neutrality. For those who chose the animal, the lake birds, correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the lake birds, what is the message that's most important? Clearly there's going to be 2, unless we get double emphasis on that. Correct for neutrality for those who chose the lake birds. Ah, okay, so this is good. So where's the other one? I want to put them both side by side. The Lantern Fairy is talking about you may have hit a brick wall. Now, being the fact that this is a relationship message, it could be that you've hit it is. It's about a relationship, okay? Whether it's a love relationship or a business relationship, a family relationship, you've hit a brick wall. You've come up against a wall. It's like, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting through it. I'm not getting under it. This whole situation, I will tell you, with my twin soul and I, 6 years ago, I had a dream, and I gave it to him. And it was the last conversation that we had, actually. And I had come to this hedge. And I was looking at this hedge and I couldn't figure out how to get underneath it. I was trying to figure out how to get underneath it. It was a prickly hedge. I could see pathways underneath where other people had gone before, but I was trying to find the easiest way to get underneath this hedge. And I felt his energy. I always feel his energy before I see him. He doesn't speak. That's why the Starling bird and the birds that aren't speaking, the great horned owl, that is my spiritual twin. He's the one who doesn't speak, but I feel him. It's like, he doesn't have to talk, really. I know. It's kind of like that when I saw him that day. He didn't have to say, remember the half-truths, or you're saying something, and I knew it wasn't what he said. Something else was going on, because it's energy. So in this dream, I felt his energy. It's always that way. And I turned and I looked and I saw him, and he was upside down, hanging. And somebody else, when I tried to describe the dream later, somebody said to me, it sounds like the Hanged Man. And it was the Hanged Man. But what I misunderstood, well, at the time, I felt fear coming from him. I gave him the dream. And I said, I saw you last night. And I said, you were stuck in something. And the fear coming from you was palpable. And he said, wow, that's heavy. I'm going through a lot at the moment. So I saw that energy. And yet, someone else later said to me, it sounds like the Hanged Man. And when you think about the Hanged Man, it's kind of like, it's not like you're just hanging around. It's a lot of times I understood it as, not wanting to make a decision, right? Just hanging around. But in all reality, the Hanged Man is thinking. They're going in. They're connecting with spirit. And I thought, okay, there was fear all around him. Look at these three harbingers of hope. There was fear all around him. And I felt it. I mean, it was intense. And he told me he was going through a difficult time. Look at the barn swallow in the water. Its head's underwater. Come on, come up. And the other bird's trying to knock it down. Why is its head underwater so much? What is going on? I might have to go over there. Okay, they're worried about him. Oh, shoot. Okay, I have to go over there. Oh, there, it got out. Oh my God, that scared me. That scared me. Okay, there's a message. Oh my gosh, I've got to go over there. I've got to help him out. But no, he knew what he was doing. He had his hand under the water, but he knew what he was doing. There's my message. Okay? He didn't ask for my help. He knew what he was doing. His head was underwater. The situation was heavy, but he knew what he was doing. Okay, so in this situation, you've come up against that same type of a situation where it's a brick wall. There goes the dove, right then. Prophecy, fulfillment, soulmate. You can't figure out how to get under it. You could try and dig under it, but what? You don't have the tools. It's a brick wall. But there's an angel standing there, dressed in green and blue. Blue is the color of truth. Green is healing and love. And she's saying, I'm holding up the light. Follow me. There is a clear solution to this problem. Remember, everything's happening the way it's meant to happen, even if it doesn't feel that way. 2, 4, there are angels all around you. Here's one right here, trying to help you through. You've hit this brick wall. I don't know how to get through this situation. I don't know how to reach this person. I can't figure out the answer. I don't know how to open up this conversation. I don't know what to do. I can't get through here. But in order to get through here, Spirit says, the wall has already come down. There is a spot in this wall where it's already come down. And if you listen to Spirit, we will guide you to that spot where the wall has already come down. Now, this is the card that came out first. And it's talking about love is strange, right? This one's got these freaking talons that could rip you to shreds and these long teeth that could spear you. This one's very nervous about that monster. And the other night, I heard you're friends with the monster. And I said, I'm glad I'm friends with the monster. I'm friends with the monster. It's the monster that someone else calls a monster. I just felt like I was friends with this monster. And that makes me happy when I look at this. I'm friends with this monster. Other people may look at this person as a monster, or this monster might be me. Because what's going on here is you're at an impasse. This one doesn't know what to do, doesn't know how to get past this situation, doesn't know how to handle the situation, doesn't know how to approach the situation. But it's speaking about love. Spirit says there's a way through this situation. There's a spot in this wall. It could be somebody that's not speaking, right? It could be somebody that's stubborn. Because Spirit is saying you need to get past that energy. You need to move past and away from anything that has to do with control, anything that has to do with abuse, a judgment, anger. You need to, hatred, jealousy. Get away from that. You need to go towards where there is love, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. There is a spot in that wall that's already come down, this impenetrable wall that you have hit that you don't think you can get through. It is in regards to a relationship of some sort. It may feel to you that it's come to an end. Something has come to an end. It's like what was the message we got the other day? Death shall not take him, right? Right when you think it's completely over, right when you think it's all done, at the last moment, God comes along and breathes life back into that situation, into that job, into that relationship, into the idea that you're going to get that studio, whatever the hell it was, right? Whatever it is that you think is dead and over. It's not. It's not. Same situation as this. I can't do this, but you can if you have Spirit's assistance. And Spirit is saying there is already a spot that's already come down. It's not as solid, that wall, as you think it is, right? They may have said that they were done. They may have said that it's over, but Spirit says the wall is not, it's not complete. It's not completely solid. There is a spot already that you can get. If you can trust in Spirit, if you can trust in Spirit and listen to the guidance and follow along and do what's meant to be done, you'll get through to that spot. But you're not going to do it while you're hanging around and holding on to judgment, anger, blame, ridicule. You got to let go of that. You've got to hold on to unconditional love. You've got to hold on to forgiveness. You've got to hold on to compassion. You've got to hold on to understanding. You have to hold that energy. That's going to help you get through that wall. And in order to do that, Spirit is saying there's going to be old patterns that have to be changed. This situation, it's a challenge in your life, right? Stubborn thinking has to be changed. Old patterns that you have believed in. Little by little, they have to be removed, and they will be removed. But in order to do that, in order to make changes like that, you're going to have to trust in Spirit and in yourself and in the ability to do this. So I'm holding this up because I'm hoping I can see that big blue dragonfly again. Because those are the energies that are causing a problem for you. And what Spirit is saying is what you've been doing with that wall or with that sticky hedge, that what you've been doing is, remember that little bird that had its head underwater, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta help him. And the other ones were worried. They were dive bombing down trying to get that one to come up. His head was underwater way too long. I was literally about to break free because I thought, okay, he's stuck. And then he came up. He did it on his own. Like the cormorant said, you will be able to dive down under your emotional waters and you will come up safe and sound. But what you've been doing is you've been protecting yourself with that sticky hedge, with that prickly hedge behind this wall. You've been protecting yourself because you've been hurt. You don't trust love, right? And what's happening is that wall of protection, the shielding that you've put up, it's no longer keeping you protected. It's keeping you isolated. It's keeping you away from what you want the most. So you need to remove that. Now, if we go straight over to Love is Strange, this one's a monster. This one could hurt me. I don't trust this. I've been hurt before. And Spirit's saying right now what's going on is there's a healing that's taking place. A great deal of cosmic energy is around the relationship area in your life, especially long-term love relationships, past, like ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, marriages, family situations. There's a lot of healing energy around that in your life right now that's going to be helping you work through these issues and help you realize that what you're seeing as something to be afraid of is not something to be afraid of. It's actually very, very good news. And what they're telling you is, remember the lucky ticket? The golden, the winner chicken dinner, you were it, the date with destiny? You're about to get a very positive message about a healing in a relationship. That's one of the messages that is coming forward with this card. So while you're going through the relationship issues, while you're doing this healing, it doesn't feel good because it's like Willow has worms. She doesn't anymore. She had worms, right? And I had to give her this medicine. But this holistic medicine, what it does is oftentimes it makes it worse before it gets better. And you're thinking it's not getting better, it's not getting better, it's getting worse. But it's because the bugs are dying off, right? And they fight. It's like those crows, they keep coming. But you're defending yourself, right? You're defending your energy, you're defending. Spirit is defending too. And at first it feels difficult. And the lessons that you're learning as you're healing, it's bringing up sad memories. It's bringing up toxic memories. It's bringing up all kinds of things that you would rather not think about, rather not look at. And that's why you're feeling this way. And that's why maybe you've erected this wall, right? There may be others that are coming around and you're one by one going through all of this past history, ancient history, allowing this healing to take place because you have to have it come up look at it, and allow it to be seen right in front of you for what it is so that you can heal that, release it, and then what you want is coming to you, because you're going to be getting really good news. And the good news about the relationship is that there has been a healing that's taken place. Very, very good news regarding a relationship. So when this energy happens, when you're able to release all the past toxic crap, right? The sad, miserable, the stuff that hurt you, that made you feel like putting up a wall, that made you feel like you couldn't trust. Once that is done, then you start vibrating at a higher frequency, and the energy that you're now you're drawing in the love to you, because you've done the healing work. You've done the healing work, and that's why there's a healing that's going to take place in a relationship. But then, even just from that, it could be something that happened years ago, right? So because of that, now you're vibrating at a higher frequency, and now you start drawing love to you. So you may just bump into somebody I got this. You're going to bump into somebody, and it's going to rock your world. You've understood the truth of a situation. And you could just go to the grocery store. Like, remember that guy? I went to the grocery store, and that really hot guy said, "You got such beautiful hair," and he was trying to talk to me. I wasn't ready to meet anybody. I wasn't ready. I was still working through a healing in a relationship, right? Trying to release the past. But you may literally just bump into somebody. Now, that guy was just good looking. He was just nice. I didn't know anything about him, right? I feel people's energy more than what they look like. And so you may start to realize that feelings inside of yourself that you have stuffed down for a very long time start bubbling to the surface again. And you're ready. You're ready to move past that wall where you were hanging upside down, or that sticky hedge, right? This one's holding a heart that matches yours. It's great. It's greater than yours. The love that one holds for you is enormous. The claws are there only to defend you, not to hurt you. And those walrus fangs, they're just kind of silly. Walruses actually use those to hold on to the ice when they pull up out of the frozen water. It helps them get up above the frozen water. So maybe that's it. This one actually needed those fangs to hold on to that frozen water that you had spewed all around you, because you had put up that wall. You froze them out. They were able to get up on that wall, that floating ice cube in the ocean. Look at that freaking crow. Three he's stealing their baby, their eggs. There are 3 mockingjays that were dive bombing that crow. That crow will not stop. But then spirits, see them together? I don't know if you guys are able to see that, but they were not going to give up. They're like, you know what? Good. They're not going to give up. And it's like spirit came to the rescue. Everyone came to the rescue. The family came, and they all defended their territory. I like that. Freaking loser. Trying to steal what's not yours. Do you guys see that angel right there in the clouds? I can completely see the face. There's a chin, there's a jaw, the head, the angel wings flying back, the hair flying back, the arms flying out to the side. I'm going to hold this right there because I'm going to snap a picture, and I'm going to elevate that, zoom it in. That's amazing. Amazing. I just finished saying spirit's coming to the rescue, and there they are. Wow. Okay, so is there anything else about these 2 messages? Just emotional energy and new romantic beginnings, right? You're going to feel so good, this good, positive energy. And it might just be somebody that isn't normally your type. It isn't somebody that you would normally go for. Who knows what it's going to be? I'm excited. I say yes, thank you. So let's ask for our animal spirit message. Correct for neutrality. Spirit of the Animal Oracle. What is the message for those who chose the water birds? For those who chose the water birds, what is the message? Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm hungry. I don't think I ate today, which is fine because I ate way too much yesterday. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Those who chose the lake birds. What's this one? Lizard, regeneration. Well, there you go. Love's coming back around again, right? There's a healing that's been taking place. So as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are the master of regeneration. So it's kind of like the phoenix rising. Put on your new cloak, because why? Because you got to rework your energies, your shielding energies, right? Your walls of protection that you put up, you're going to have to rework those because they're no longer helping. They're keeping you from what you want. So you are the master. You are the master magician. You are the one who is going to allow yourself to evolve. You're going to put on a different cloak. And funny that I called you the master, the magician. A new cloak. A cloak that's not going to keep you away from what it is that you actually want. It's going to protect you, but it's going to allow in. Because what they're saying is there's one that needs to be allowed in, and there's one that needs to be shown the door. The crow needs to be shown the door, and there's another that needs to be allowed in. So here you are, lizard. Lizard is always talking about transformation. It's always talking about evolving from one situation into another. And that's what you need to do at this time. You've got to change the way that you have been looking at things. The lizard is a master of camouflage, right? Smart, adaptable, quick. Talks about growth, stillness, a survivor, a dreamer. It's an ancient one. This is an old soul. And these are reptiles that go back older than time. They're very, very quick. They're able to outmaneuver their adversaries. I watched yesterday, Prince was going after this lizard. And I said, no, 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 no. The dark prince, you know, the one that we took in from the drug house, he was going after. And I said, no, no, no. And I distracted him. And when I distracted him, the lizard got away. So these are sometimes called the little dragon. They are able to shed their skin, sometimes their tail, which tells you that you can let go of the past. So if you've shed the tail, that guy shed the tail of Prince, I helped him do it, right? And then he was free. They're powerful dreamers, and they need to pay attention to the dreams that come because they get warnings. And remember, we have to be careful because what's been happening recently, people have not been listening to their intuition. They've been not wanting to hear the messages. They've been wanting to hear the messages the way they wanted to hear them, but they need to see it as it is. So as a lizard person, as the master magician, as the one who has the art of camouflage, that's great. Camouflage yourself. Oh, wow, what are you? Came flying right towards me. What are you? I don't know. You look like a sparrow. You look like a female sparrow. Oh my gosh, you're adorable. So the sparrow is a symbol of victory. It's Aphrodite's pet. Very underestimated, very nondescript, a survivor, able to survive in any setting. Cheeky little thing. So this is a symbol of victory that you have survived. And they have the art of camouflage as well. Beautiful that that came up right then. Came flying right towards me. So, as the little dragon, Spirit says, free yourself from the limitations of the past and recognize your own sense of personal power. Transcend whatever the injury or hardship is that you've been dealing with, right? Regrow and renew yourself. So, do you need to discard different layers of your life? Do you need to get away from something that's difficult, that's troubling? Like we've been watching all day. Have you gotten yourself into a situation that's sticky? Do you need to get away? Like that lizard needed to get away from that prince that was stalking him, right? I distracted him and he got away. Do you need to get away? Apparently you do, according to the little symbol of victory singing above us. Are there old wounds in your life that you're needing to allow the healing sun to work on? Go and spend a little time in the sun. Allow that to happen. But you definitely need to scurry away from worry. Well, there's confirmation for that. So our messages were about a difficult situation. You've boxed yourself in. You've protected yourself. You've been holding on to pain. And you're being told that you're a survivor. You've been able to adapt. You've gotten away from the real monster. And what you're calling a monster is not. Allow this transformation to happen. Confirmation again. Sing your victory song. All right, you guys. Those are our messages. It's a long reading. How long is this? 1 hour and 28 minutes. Wow. It's kind of like one of our older readings from before. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I got to go home and find out Starling's message. It's the only water bird or aerial bird that I don't know the message to offhand. It's floating around my head. As soon as I look at it, I'm going to be like, oh, I know what that means. All right, you guys, that's it. I'm going to hang up and I'm going to head back home because I'm going to grab something to eat. I feel like I need to go somewhere. I feel like people have probably been trying to get a hold of me. I've got my phone on silent. And remember, we don't want that, right? We don't want to be silent. We want to allow communication to come in. I do. I'm welcoming it. All right, you guys. It's been beautiful. Thank you for being here with me. If anybody would like help with a private reading, I always forget to promote myself. www.theangelswhisper.com. I'm your girl. All right, you guys, have a beautiful Sunday. Spend a little time out in the sun, just a little bit, just enough to kind of burn off any worry or Larry's. Oh, right when I say that, a butterfly flew by. Gosh, I hate to even stop recording because there's so much going on around here. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of let you guys, I won't stop recording. You can hang up now if you want, but I'm going to hold you between my knees and we're going to go back across the lake. I'll let you guys see what's going on out there. I hope I got to get back there pretty quick because you can hear the boats out there, and when the boats are going across the lake, it's difficult for me to get myself against the current. I'd like to have a little motor. That'd be cool. All right. Move all this stuff out of the way. All right. And we're off. Bye, Dreaming with Dragonflies Cove. Bye, Starling. I wish the owl was here, but I don't see him. Ah, there's a pair of goosey ganders. Goosey gander. Where shall I wander? Upstairs, downstairs, in my lady's chambers. Ah, see? Busybody. Goosey gander. Where shall I wander? Upstairs, downstairs, in my lady's chambers. I told you they were the busybodies. People aren't going to understand why I'm talking, because they won't realize. I've got my phone here. Is this my landlord? Looks like his boat. No, because he would come straight over to me. Look at his property, Hooks' property. Isn't that gorgeous? And that Captain Hook's landing is usually 8 feet in the air. That's how high our water is right now. And remember I told you he said that he planted some bulrushes. He did. He said he put them all in there. There's the goosey ganders. That's one nice thing on this lake. I mean, it's generally, you know, when people are on the lake, they're pretty happy, but everybody's always smiling, and there's very few people actually on this lake, which is amazing to me since so many people have such beautiful properties. I love this property. That one's for sale. Alright. Let's get past a roller. Little roller. Here we go. Into the rollers. I used to row this lake all the time. I would go all the way across over by the lighthouse and through the tunnel. I haven't done that for a really long time. I just got so tired of going alone. But it's a great workout for my arms. You know what's funny is whenever I talk to you guys, I'm always saying correct for neutrality on all levels, right? So that I stay correct. And I literally just about said that out loud just now. I'm so used to saying it all day long because I work all day long. I just wanted to come over here. This is another place I used to go all the time. If you guys remember, that little, it's called Fairy Glen right there, that little tree. I used to go in there all the time, and there was a couple little bird houses that were floating there. And I've also done readings underneath this dock, underneath that dock, when it was 8 feet different. So here's a black Phoebe flycatcher on the end of the dock. That's spirit saying we're going to get rid of those distractions, right? And there's our Canadian goose mommy and daddy. They live right close to me. Oh, that's a message. The mommy and daddy live right close to me. Oh, interesting. Okay. Huh. Correct for neutrality. See, I did it. Correct for neutrality. I don't know. I do it all the time. So the mom and dad live close to me. I wonder if they live here in Canyon Lake. I just heard they do. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're going to go through something. I'm going to see if I can do it. I've never seen this empty. It's always got a boat on it. But look, let's go right through it. A boat lift. I wonder if I'll hit something though if I go in it. Hydro hoist. Gosh, I don't want to go through it and hit anything, but that would be fun. I won't, because if I got stuck in there, they'd be kind of pissed off. I probably could have cleared it. Oh, I could have cleared it. Oh well. Whee! That's a different kind of one. There's so many chemtrails in the sky today. So annoying. See? Loser heads. That's why it stays cooler. Manipulating the air. There was a, remember bees yesterday being a big part of our messages? A symbol of victory? Well, somebody disturbed a bee's nest and they were going crazy over by our boathouse. They're trying to nest in at our house as well. And but when I walked down to the dock, you could hear them. They sounded like a jet engine. You looked over there and there was a bunch of bees. So I'm not quite sure. He's saying I'm going faster than him. He goes, you're going faster than me. There's a 5 mile an hour limit in no wake zone. That's funny. Okay, dude, I'm not interested. He keeps looking over and waving. Hi, great horned owl. There's one. Hi. Whoops. There's the Madagascar ducks in our. I wonder if I can get close enough so that you can actually see them. That's another totem for us. The Madagascar ducks. They have bright orange heads. These guys. They're really pretty. There's 4 of them again. Angels all around you. Those are angels with feathers, right? Wherever angels are near, feathers appear, and here's one of their feathers. Oh, let's go get one. Let's get one. I'll show you the colors that they are. Oh, how pretty. Come on. Now let's see, how can I get it without drowning it? Come on, I want that feather. I want that feather. Oh, I just missed it. Hold on. Come on. You know what I need? I need one of those butterfly nets, which I suppose would be a fishing net, right? Oh, it came right to me. I was so desperate to get it, and it came right to me. There's a message to you. See? That's a Madagascar duck feather. Yay! Yay! All right, I'm going to hold that one. Madagascar. I got it in my teeth. So, there's my landlord's boat. A Madagascar duck totem and the Starling totem. That's what we're going to look up today. Woo! Good Lord. Come on. There we go. There we go. Home safe and sound. There's our little boathouse. All right. All right, you guys. I think that's good, right? We're all good. Now I can put you down for a second. Oh, how funny. My legs are wobbly. My legs don't work. I've got rubber legs from being in the boat. That's so funny. All right, so is he taking the boat out somewhere? I took this towel off of his boat. Come over here. How am I gonna get on there without falling in the lake? It's kind of what I do. I do shit like this. Okay. He goes, that's my cover. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn off the camera. So here's the lake, you guys. Saying goodbye from Canyon Lake. This is Mermaid Landing, named for me. Thank you for being with me, you guys. I love you. We'll speak again soon. Have a beautiful, gorgeous, amazing Sunday. Bye.